The holidays have passed and the new year has commenced. And now you're wondering, what's next for me? What am I going to indulge in now that my pockets are filled? What are the next watches to add into the collection to satisfy that addiction? Well, you come to the right place because I'm going to show you the top 10 entry-level watches for under $1,000. Now I know we're going to have a refresher later into the year as more models release, but for now, we'll start with the classics, especially for the new collectors out there. But before we start, let's see what's on the wrist. This is the watch that I've been wearing for the past week, which is my Timex Q 1978 reissue for the sleek and retro vibes. Lots of collectors in the watch industry already know about the cultural impact of Casio, but I'm not here to talk about the GA2100s, A186Ws, F91Ws, or the DW5600s, primarily due to their popularity. I wanted to introduce the underdog models of Casio, which are none other than the MQ24 lineups.
These are the type of watches you define as gotta watches because you can go anywhere and do anything with them. For only $20, you're looking at a sunburst dial, retro flat link bracelet, quartz movement, water resistance up to 30 meters, and a 3-year battery.
The next watch is a cult classic, no pun intended, and that is the Casio Duro, one of the most widely known and most respected dive watches to date. When I tell you how surprised I was to find out that this watch was only $50, I wasn't lying. You're getting a unidirectional bezel, screw-down crown, date function, quartz movement, 3-year battery, and water resistance up to 200 meters. If that doesn't convince your watch enthusiast heart, then I don't know what will. There's a lot of misconception in the watch industry for beginner enthusiasts, and that is the idea that if you don't own a Rolex, then your collection is dog water. And since people want to have the status and feeling of owning a Rolex, they tend to gravitate towards the counterfeit side, cheating their way in. But no worries, I'm here to help you find some alternatives and save some money in the process. The Seiko SNXS 79K1 is a great alternative to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual at a fraction of the cost.
For around $130, you're getting an automatic 7S26 movement, exhibitionist caseback, polished stainless steel case, 30 meters water resistance, lume, and that beautiful charcoal gray sunburst dial.
And with the availability of aftermarket parts for Seiko, this watch is truly versatile in the sense of customization. And who knows, maybe down the line you do end up getting a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. What do you do then? Well, just save it as an heirloom, give it to someone that you know, or just sell it to another beginner watch enthusiast. Timex offers a lot of affordable models for their consumers for under $500. And for $170 to $270, you're getting a watch reminiscent of the Tag Heuer Carrera for a fraction of the price. During the time of me working at my family's food truck, I actually saw this watch on someone's wrist. And as any other watch nerd out there does, I quickly glanced at his wrist to see what he's packing. I asked him if he was wearing the Marlin, and he was. The first thing I noticed when I saw his watch was the dial and how beautiful it looks in different situations of angles and lighting.
With the domed acrylic crystal, it adds distortion to the beautiful sunburst dial, giving it a more premium look despite its price. This watch can be sporty, but when paired correctly, you can actually wear this as a dress watch as well.
And if I didn't have a Seiko speed timer at the moment, I would definitely consider one of these watches as an affordable chronograph alternative. This watch is notorious for being one of the best value dress watches currently in the game. And with their successes, more models came out with slightly different variants, offering enthusiasts tons of options to choose from. For $270 to $140, you're getting a vintage watch without the age. As you know, Orient is primarily known for their cream dial model with the Roman numeral indices. It's what I like to call artificial patina, and it's great for vintage watch lovers who actually want to own one without having the stress of owning an actual vintage watch. I just had to add the Seiko Presage cocktail time. What can I say? It's an essential to every beginner's watch collection.
With this dress watch staple, you're looking to get this for around $280 to $450 depending on the retailer. You're getting a guilloche inspired dial, date function, 50 meters water resistance, automatic or manual wound movement, 41 hours power reserve, daggered indices, and that exhibitionist case back with that gold tone rotor.
I might be biased, but this watch is almost perfect. If Seiko would have just released a 38 or 38.5 millimeter case version, it would be an absolute seller. The SSK 001 is a unique dive watch with a GMT complication. The reason I say this is primarily due to two reasons. One being the bezel insert and two being the 43mm case diameter.
The bezel insert is achieved with a polished aluminum finish topped with hardlex, and in certain lighting can be seen as all black, chrome, or gray. And it's also fun because the bezel is split into two colors to indicate the day or night.
And as for the watch being 43mm, you don't really notice it due to the way Seiko designed the proportions. For $360 to $475, depending on the retailer, you're getting a killer GMT watch. Speaking of killers, I would have given the ball to Tissot's court for bringing the PRX model, but there is another killer integrated sports model out there, and that is none other than the Zenshin Citizen.
When it comes to value for watch, this is a no-brainer, as you get a unique textured dial, automatic or eco drive movement, polished bezel, and a tapered bracelet with the case as well being made out of their super titanium material,
which is 5 times harder and 40% lighter than stainless steel. For around $450 to $625, you're looking to get a titanium integrated watch with an automatic or eco drive movement and is way cheaper than a PRX Powermatic. But what would this video be without Tissot? I'm not going to completely disregard the brand as they do offer a lot of affordable options out there, but I'm going to feature this one model in particular, and that is none other than the Tissot Gentleman.
The Tissot Gentleman is what I like to call self-explanatory. An elegant watch featuring a minimal design, sapphire crystal, beautiful bracelet with polished center links, and a Powermatic movement which has a power reserve up to 80 hours. You can keep it looking sporty with the stock bracelet or opt for a leather strap to give it that classy and dressy look.
Nonetheless, this watch is an amazing introduction to Swiss watches if you're looking for that versatile option other than the PRX. From my previous video, I stated that I strayed away from field watches because it wasn't my cup of tea. Then it started growing on me, soon to become the irreversible parasite burrowing deeply inside of me, to where if I don't get this watch, I might go insane. That's where the Hamilton khaki field Murph comes in. Sometimes there are times in life where there are things that you try to intentionally forget, like that one song in your head that's been repeating all day and you can't forget about it until the next day, or that one girl that you see at the airport and you just never see again. That is the best description of what the Murph is. And now that Hamilton released 2 new models, which are the black and white variants, but in 38mm, I'm now going to have internal conflicts as to deciding whether I want the Murph or the Gentleman for my 21st birthday gift.
You get a versatile watch featuring Arabic numerals, cathedral hands, sapphire crystal, polished bezel, and an 80 hours power reserve. Tough contender against the Gentleman, but both having their own distinctive traits respectively. This watch also derives from the movie Interstellar, once being a movie prop to now being a dedicated item for all enthusiasts to enjoy. This watch is currently priced at $945 with the bracelet, but you can always find it cheaper if you opt for the leather strap version.
But in conclusion, that is the top 10 entry-level watches that you could get under $1,000. Don't hate me if you get one, because this is going to be guaranteed one of the best purchases in your life. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below if I should get the Murph or the Tissot.